Good morning, Chicago. Oh, what a beautiful morning it is outside, right?
Yeah. What in the world just happened? Who's local? What did y'all do?
You're aware that it's April. Spring showers is what's supposed to happen.
That's exactly.
Not here, spring blizzards.
Winter is coming!
It'll be 60 tomorrow.
Really?
Perfect.
Of course!
But I want to build a snowman.
Do you want to go to
Shut up.
Remember, my daughter's 2 right now, so well, you too. Yeah, so we're
Mine's almost 6. Trust me, I've been living with Elsa for a long time.
Hi guys.
So we're gonna burn through today. Some Forrest Gump here has a date tomorrow with the Boston Marathon. So I'll apologize in advance that the second half of the day you're stuck with just me. But it's okay. I brought some stilts so you can feel like Jared's still around.
That's true.
Oh, it's exciting, man. Are you nervous?
I am nervous. First and foremost, thanks to everybody who donated, bought shirts, and helped the cause. It's been fun. Real quick, maybe tangent.
This is your third one in, what, 5 months? 6 months?
Yeah, when did we do Seattle?
Thanksgiving. November.
Yeah, it's 5 months.
I like to remind him that the great, amazing thing about marathons is you don't have to run. You can literally sit on the couch and not do it at all.
I feel like this was like a Misha. We joked that his autobiography should be called "It Seemed Like a Great Idea at the Time," and so I will.
Because he says that so many times.
He said it so many times, but I will credit and blame. I will blame and mostly credit his aunt at the same time. She's from Boston, and she was like, "Hey, I have a cool, great charity that maybe we get y'all involved with," and we were like, well, "That sounds awesome." And now as we get closer and look at the weather, we're like...
He was like, that sounds awesome. And I was like, I just ran a marathon. I just ticked that box.
Like,
there's no other boxes.
I'll donate.
Yeah.
So tomorrow will be numero tres.
Good for you.
That's awesome. I'm just withering away. The rest of me is like, I always joke, I'm a shadow of like who I was.
Yeah, you're just all calves now. Yeah.
I shower in the dark. Like, don't look at me. It's just me.
It's a Slender Man.
Yes, Slender Man. Yeah, so that's tomorrow. So thank y'all, and thanks for letting us change the schedule a little bit. I know it's a little different, but it's for a good cause. So thank y'all, and I'll be suffering in the thunderstorm tomorrow for as a company. So.
I was curious, Jensen, about what this whole radio company thing is. Yeah. Can you give us any hints about what you're doing, you and your buddy Steve?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You posted it during SNS, and that was stressful. Yeah, we thought
that was stressful?
Audience got the shakes. They're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, we're working on a project. So,
she said, okay, but it sounded more like, okay.
Okay.
The words and the punctuation didn't match.
Yeah, Steve, my buddy Steve Carlson, who some of you know, we've made some music in the past. I've helped him write some music for some of his albums, and he and I have gotten together over the past 8 months. And have been writing all new original tunes, and he convinced me to get in there with him, and so we're working on that, and there'll be more information to follow soon. But, yeah.
Why do you think that whenever one of your characters makes a joke, that the other one is just stone-faced all the time?
Should we make it that way? I think it's a pretty classic, whether it's a brother thing or guy thing or a Jensen Jared thing. I think it's part of storytelling, right? The juxtaposition of somebody who's being goofy and somebody who's not. always makes me laugh. It's kind of like the straight man, like the Jason Bateman type in Arrested Development. Always makes me laugh pretty hard. So I think it's fun to kind of trade that off.
Yeah, I think it punctuates comedy when there's someone trying to make someone else laugh and they don't laugh.
It makes it funnier than
it's a bit. It's a bit. I mean, look at Rob and Richard. That's pretty much all they do.
Which Gilmore Girls character would be the best hunter?
Rory.
I think Emily, the grandma, Kelly Bishop. Yeah, she's hardcore. She knows her shit.
What about Melissa McCarthy?
She'd be good too. Suki? Yeah, Suki would be a good hunter because you wouldn't expect it. She'd make you laugh and she'd knife you.
I mean, I'm gonna have to.
It wouldn't be Dean.
It would be Dean because that's the best hunter name there is.
Rory. Which one do you think?
I think we would all be surprised and it would be Kirk.
Oh yes. You know what? You're right. I got it. Sean got it. I think you're right. I'll go with you on that. Yeah. Wow. You know, I think it took me a while. I think I've maybe talked a little bit about this. It's hard to say when life imitates art or art imitates life. I had a very difficult time for the first couple of years. He had already been shooting for like 35 years in Vancouver, so he was used to it. I sort of pushed back and I was a little resentful, I hate to admit. I came around, but I wish I would have enjoyed it from the get, and I really wish I'd have kept like a journal of some sort. Like I wish I had some notes, because I have these kind of disparate images in my head of memories from different seasons, and I wish I had something to go back and flip through. I wish I took more pictures, or I always yell at my mom, because she's always the one at the side of the party taking pictures. But then we go to San Antonio, or she comes to Austin, like, hey mom, show us the pictures from that party that one time, or that vacation, the fishing trip. So I wish I had more pictures. I guess it'll live in my memory. But I wish I had appreciated it more. But I guess, you know, youth is wasted on the young, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just to settle in and enjoy that journey more. But I mean, that was the problem, especially with our industry. It's so fickle, and shows normally don't go 14 years. And so we were always, you know, for those first 2, 3, 4, 5 years, after we finish every season, or when we get close to finishing each season, we were like, are they gonna bring us back next year? So there was always this kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because you didn't want to just go all in and be devastated when they canceled the show. You kind of always had to be ready to pivot and go a different direction if they canceled the show. And so it was really difficult, and I know he and I have talked about this quite a bit. You know, when we got the show, when we moved up to Vancouver, it was essentially like putting our lives on pause. Because, you know, I'd done it before when I'd gone away and did Dark Angel or Dawson's Creek or Smallville or whatever it was. It's like I just put my life on pause, and then when that job is over, I'll go back and hit play and then continue, you know, with my buddies or my girlfriend at the time, whatever it was. We pressed pause 14 years ago and never unpaused it. And I think for him, he was, you know, you were 22 when you got moved up there.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder.
Yeah. Now you're 52, and it's like, and I think it was the realization of not knowing, you know, whether to settle in or whether not to settle in, and because we didn't have a concrete pickup every year, kind of like we do now, and so it was that was difficult. I think that if I could have gone back and just knowing what I know now, and just talked to, you know, both of us and been like, guys, you can be here a long time, so settle in and really enjoy it. There's no need to kind of keep 1 foot out the door just in case it gets canceled. But that's, you know, that's tough. Thank you. Yeah. Well, that too. Nothing. Just a way to enjoy ourselves when we're young. What's that?
your turn, right?
Is it? Okay.
Hello, my name is Autumn. I'm
Hi.
from Beloit, Wisconsin. I am a huge fan of you guys. I got to start off with saying, and I love you both so much. You're an inspiration, and you guys mean the world to me. My question is, I heard both of you are really good singers. Is there a chance either of you will be doing the karaoke or concert next year?
Autumn, I'm not gonna fall for that.
Like we haven't heard that our whole lives. Thank you.
Is it that time yet?
You can't give yourself your own ring
I
shot.
did. No one's not here. Obviously, he would have done it.
Obviously not.
Obviously. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what time brings. When was karaoke? Friday?
Yeah.
I mean, it'll have to be outside of season because we're usually.
It will be.
It is.
Thanks for reminding me.
Maybe. Oh, it's more than a year away. I don't know what I'm doing next week. The next week.
Well, I'm excited if you guys are.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much, and
At
thank
least,
you for coming to
at least we'll
Chicago.
know you'll be here. No, audience one.
For what it's worth, you are my favorite season.
Thank you for that. My name is well.
Uns, thank you. Uns, right. Does uns mean something in German?
Uns is us.
I love it. Ask. Us. Uns are very Dankeschön. To God. Ja? Ja? Nein? Nein? Nein?
20 efforts.
I've been to Germany a few times. I love Germany. I think we would love to go to Germany and do a convention. We both vacationed there a few times, and we had a convention there long ago. But I can't wait to get back. I actually have a little bit of German in me. My grandfather is 100% German. Yes, thank you.
Is that why you speak German so well?
Und why do you speak so well?
No.
He killed Hitler. Dankeschön for that.
Bitte. Go ahead, just yell.
I just want to know if there was an episode recently that when you read it, you were just really excited to do it, and what about it got you excited to
Was there an episode recently that we were excited about doing?
When you read the script and then...
Right.
I think obviously 300 was one that we kind of took special interest in and care in, and we I think oftentimes he and I are very passionate about the show, but we're also very much dedicated to what we're doing. I think when we knew episode 13 was going to be 300, and it was also going to be the last episode we shot in the calendar year 2018, we took a special interest in what was going on. We wanted to know what the ideas were, what the plans were, like let us know, are there phone calls we need to make, he ended up having to make a phone call. There was a lot going on, and it felt like it was a chance for us to, I think by and large, the way he and I have kind of approached this show is that we have a duty and a responsibility to make sure Sam and Dean are Sam and Dean. Even when French Mistake happened, which turned out great, when they called us and said, hey, do you guys mind playing yourselves? We sort of looked at each other, we were like, well, no, we don't want to play ourselves. We'll play Sam and Dean as ourselves, but we're Sam and Dean, you know? So I feel like 300 felt a little bit more outside the box, where we sort of spoke of as fans of the show, as well as we are Sam and Dean, and making sure that it made sense for our characters as well. So that's the one that sticks out to me most obviously.
Yeah, that was a big one. And like you said, I think we took a little extra interest in being stewards of that particular episode, just because of the magnitude of it and the milestone that it was for us. And also, you know, playing what I feel like has been an ace in the hole for quite a while, and that's bringing Jet back. I think it's been a long time coming, and I think we all wanted to just make sure that that was done right. And granted, we were under some constraints there because of just scheduling, and we didn't have him. We would love to have him for a month and done a few episodes, but we're happy that we got what we could, and he was willing to do as much as he could with his availability. So like Jared said, we kind of took a little extra interest in making sure that one was that we were all really happy and signed off on. I also, the season finale of this year, I was excited about, with not just kind of the filming of it, but what it sets up.
Yeah.
So I had a, Dankeschön. Agreed, yeah, the finale as well. So I think those two kind of stand out. And that seems kind of easy to say, but...
Those are big ones. Those, season finale's big, 300's big, and those generally take.
It's our last, we were joking on the last episode that it's our last ever cliffhanger. So it's kind of a... Don't make it dark.
Yeah, don't make it dark.
Someone just yelled, don't make it dark! We've all died, like, what the hell?
You don't think they're gonna cliffhanger next season? I think you're mistaken. I think they're absolutely gonna. It's gonna, you know what? It's gonna look like
No, don't cliffhanger.
this is my kind of generalization thought about the end of next season. Is it's gonna be a big door slam, and then just before that, somebody's just gonna crack the door open a little bit. Just like metaphorically speaking, like, oh, it's all done, it's all done. Or is it?
We just need our closure.
Yeah.
Which what?
Need our closure?
You'll need your closure? Hey.
I was just wondering, so Sam and Dean have the one tattoo. I was wondering if they would ever get a different tattoo that was not supernatural related.
Like I'm with stupid or something?
Oh God. Wait.
I was stupid. This is the arrow pointing up. I'm sure they would.
I think they probably don't want too many markings to make them easily identifiable to law enforcement. So maybe not like a neck tattoo saying I murdered a bunch of people.
But they were all bad?
They were all bad, I swear. They deserved it. God told me. It's a psych ward really quickly. Yeah, I'm sure they would.
Yeah, it doesn't serve the story, and so I don't necessarily know that that's, necessary, but yeah, I mean, when these guys ever get a vacation and they get to go down to, wherever it is they end up and put their toes in the sand, I mean, I could see Sam getting a tramp stamp.
Another one. This thing on. Your turn.
Sorry, we're just rattling off ideas for said tattoo.
Spitball.
Hi guys,
Hey.
my name is Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
I was in Nashville last month, and Jared, you forgot to bring something with you. And I was just wondering.
His mind.
Oh, yeah.
Did you remember everything this time?
I did. Thank God, because it has all my running gear in it as well. So yes, you're right.
What did you forget?
My suitcase. Remember Nashville? I didn't have any clothes.
Oh, I remember. That was an interesting green room.
Yes, I remembered it this time. Yeah, and I even changed.
What did happen? Oh, it was left. It was left in the car. As you do.
Yeah, as one does. Thank you.
Only you, man. Only you.
No,
Hey,
not only him.
Where's my suitcase? Well, you
Packed it, right?
bagged it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Did you bring it with you? No? Huh? Didn't need a detective for that one.
Case closed.
So clearly winter is no longer just coming, it's here. So I'm wondering if you're Game of Thrones fans, and if so, who you're rooting for the end of Game of Thrones.
Well, I will say HBO really went all out with the weather.
They're trying to upstage the Star Wars and conventions. Winter has come.
I know they put a lot of money into Game of Thrones, but changing the weather system, that's but hey, that's HBO.
Well, I learned yesterday definitively that I am Team White Walker. I learned from an Oreo that I blindly pulled out of the Oreo bag, and so I have to go. I'm rooting for the White Walkers. I mean, it's science.
I mean, I'm still hoping somehow, some way, Drago comes back.
He's too busy swimming.
Let's take care of the fishies. Yeah, I don't.
It's a hard decision.
It is a hard decision, and I don't feel like my loyalty lies with, you know, I just always like good entertainment, and this has been just that. I mean, it's been my parents are binge watching it right now.
No.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was like, wait, I'm sorry, you guys are watching what? Well, you know, that's my dad. Like, well, you know, got all this hype behind it, and it's coming to an end. We figured we better get in on it before it's over, and so we binge watched the whole thing, and now we're getting set up to watch the premiere. And I'm like, what do you think? He's like, oh, a lot of pornography. I started thinking about it. I'm like, wow, I don't think I could ever watch that with you guys. Because you're right. Yeah, they've just binge watched all the Game of Thrones.
There's on ESPN this morning. There was a feature on the mountain.
I was watching a little of that. Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure that they should have just named him Full Thor and not Half Thor.
Half Thor, Jensen. True.
Just a little joke.
Real Thor.
Yeah.
He's you can't rim shot yourself. You set the rules. Not rim shot yourself.
Okay.
Jensen, you've been my celebrity crush for 14
Mine
years.
too.
Both of you wonderful gentlemen, who was your celebrity crush growing up and who is it still? And your wives are gorgeous, you can't pick them, you have to pick someone else.
Growing up, like what age?
I mean, like I love
Old
Zach
enough to have a
Morris.
crush. Like
So
what?
3.
I mean, mine growing up was Zach Morris and then it morphed into more mature, you know.
Well, if we're gonna go in there, then we gotta talk about
Kelly
Tiffany.
Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah.
Kelly Kapowski was, yeah.
There was Tiffany Amber Thiessen, Ginny Garth. I think I said this before, when I was on soap opera, when I was on Days of Our Lives, I was 19 when I started that show. We had a dressing room, and I put up one poster in my dressing room, and it was a poster of a movie star at the time, and Ashley Judd.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was
gonna
like,
say Elizabeth Shue from Back to the Future.
She did it for me back in the day. So there you go.
Yeah, I liked Elizabeth Shue between Back to the Future and The Saint.
The Saint.
Honestly, for some reason I was like,
and Karate Kid.
duh.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, glad we figured that out. And happy birthday. Thanks guys, we'll see you all soon.